Hello everyone. In the previous class, I've explained to you about the unconditional statement. The first one is the break. Then I've explained to you the break, the continue, and the exit. So these three I've explained to you. I mentioned that break, it will take a break and it will come out from that particular structure. It might be if, it might be switch, it might be for, while, and so on. So when I talk about continue statement, I told you it will skip. It will not come out directly, but what will happen? It will skip some particular code, some particular condition, and it will continue again. And exit, what happened with the exit statement? It will come out directly from it will stop executing, it will come out from that program. And I mentioned to you that the next class I'll be explaining to you about the go to statement. So in today's class I'm going to explain to you about the go to statement. So what is go to statement? Okay, in C++, okay, most of the programming language, go to statement is used to alter the normal execution of the program, and it transfer control to a label statement. That means whenever you have a go to statement, you should have a label in the same program itself. And in a C++ program, we can have multiple go to and label statement. It's not compulsory that you will have only one go to statement, but you can have multiple go to statement. Based on that only, you can have multiple label statement. Then the go to statement is followed by a label name, and label is nothing but the identifier or a name, okay, which can be any plain text and can be set anywhere in a C++ based on the program that you are doing. Now where you want to put the label, the moment you put there, that means the go to statement, the execution statement will execute it directly into that label. Okay, I'll explain to you with programs so that you'll understand better. And I mentioned over here that C++ program, the label can be above or below of the go to statement. So when a go to statement is encountered, remember that the compiler will transfer the control directly to the label that you specified with the go to statement, and then it will start to execute from there only. Fine. Okay, so when we talk about the syntax of go to, we have two syntax for go to statement. The first syntax over here I mentioned it is forward jump, and the second syntax over here I mentioned backward jump. So over here, go to followed by the label name, and then we have a line of code over here, and then we have the label. So over here, why I mentioned forward jump? Because the moment your program reach here in the go to statement, okay, it search this label. Remember the name of this label, and this label should be the same. So the moment it reach here, this particular line of code in between here, they will not get execute. Why? Because it will jump directly here in this label. So whatever line of code you have after this level, those line of code will start executing. Because it jump from up directly downward, or forward, it is known as forward jump. And the second one over here, I have the backward jump. Over here, when it reached the level, okay, then it follow the execution to the next line. These lines over here, whatever coding you have here, this coding will get execute. But the moment it reach here, instead of forwardly jump, but it jump back again backward. This label that you provide over here along with this go to should be the same with this level over here. So the moment it reach here, this go to statement, it will try to search this level, and once it jump back upside, and again this line of code will get execute again. Fine. Okay, over here I show a very simple flowchart for go to statement. Suppose you start the program, you start executing, and in this statement number 1, suppose you have the go to statement and you mention jump to the level 3. So this statement number 2 over here will not get execute. Why? Because the go to statement will jump directly to the statement number 3, and this statement number 3 will get execute. Over here I give one example, one program. Okay, you will see directly the moment I start the program, I have my label, okay, int eligible. Then I have the coding that you need to enter. You are not eligible to vote. Then I have cout. You can enter your age. Then in age, then I fetch the age with the help of cin. Then I put the condition if the age is less than 18. Then what happened? Go to ineligible. So it will go and jump here, and then it will display that you are not eligible, and it will ask again to enter the age. Okay, once the statement become false, it will go to the else and it will display you are eligible to vote. Clear? Okay, over here I prepared one program, okay, relating with the forward jump. Okay, so over here you will see after declaring my header file, my main, then I mentioned that I have one integer variable a, and then I ask from the user to input the integer and I fetch it with the cin. But after that, directly over here you'll see I mentioned go to abc. See the name, the label name over here is what? ABC, and you will see down here my level name is exactly the same, ABC. If the name is not matching, remember the execution, it will create error and it will not execute properly. Okay, so just like you give the name of your variable, I give a. In all portion that I use the variable a, the name should be a, not capital A. So same thing over here, the name of the level should be the same in the go to as well as in the level statement. So the moment over here I mentioned go to ABC, that means go to level ABC, what happened? It will jump directly here in the level ABC. So what happened with the cout? This statement in between the go to and the level, this statement it will not get execute, because the execution it jumped directly from go to the statement ABC or to the level ABC. Then the value of a, this statement will not execute, but which one will execute? Because you mentioned start executing from the level ABC, so this cout over here it will start executing. That is the end of the program. Let me run and show to you. Okay, you will see over here when I execute the program, they ask, okay, in my program I ask enter any integer number. I enter 9. Then I have what? The statement to print that the value of a is 9, but that statement is not execute. It execute directly the end of the program. So why it happened? Because over here this cout I didn't execute, but I mentioned to jump directly from this line go to, it jumped directly to the level ABC. Therefore the statement cout, the last one, the end of the program get execute, but the middle one, that is the cout, the value of a, that statement does not get execute. So whenever we are doing program, remember hardly we use the forward jump. Most of the time we use backward jump. Okay, why? Because backward jump it help to create a loop in the program. Let me show to you. Yes, in the second program you will see I write a program over here related with go to statement but backward jump. Okay, after I use header file, then the main, inside the main, okay, clear screen, then I declare one variable a as integer and the starting value is a, or the initial value is a. Okay, I assign the value of a as 1. Then next over here I have the label ABC. Can you see? Okay, I have the label ABC. After that I have what? The if statement. Fine. And I mentioned if the value of A is smaller than or equal to 10, if it is true, then print the value of A. After that, I increase the value of A by 1. That means from 1, it will get increased to 2. Then after that, it reached to the go to statement, and I mentioned go to ABC. So from here, the execution will jump backward, or it will go back again. Okay, so once it reach here, again this line of code will start executing again. So now the value of A after increasing is 2. 2 is less than 10. Yes, still the condition is true, and it will display the value of A. Fine. Then the value of A get increased to 3. Then again you mentioned go back again to the level AB3. It will jump back again here, and it will check 3 is less than 10. Yes, again this statement will execute. Now once the value of A reach 11, okay, I mentioned over here go back to ABC. It reach back here. 11 is less than 10. No. 11 is equal to 10. No. So the condition become false. So this coding over here will not execute anymore. It will come out from the if, and it will display the end of the program. So let me run so that you'll understand. Okay, so over here you'll see the output. It display the value of A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Once it reach 11, the condition become false. It will come out from the if, and it will display the next statement after the if, that is the end of the program. Hope all of you understand.